Hello YouTube, I'm Edward Parsons of Team 2CED, and this is our first review for the game Skyrim. Now, Skyrim is such an amazing game that there's very few who can deny that. But it is not a game without flaws, and in this video, we're going to be talking about 10 of the major flaws of the game. The first one, at number 10, is Alduin. Now, in previous ElderScrolls games, the boss has always been a terrifying figure who's constantly causing mayhem. Look back at Oblivion. It's not 10 missions in before Meru Stagon attacks Kvatch and utterly destroys it. But with Skyrim, we only see Alduin about 3 times. At the very beginning of the game, then about 20-30 missions in, resurrecting another dragon for about 12 seconds, and then we see him at the very end in Sovngarde. Now, if citizens of Skyrim were, scream and make rumors about him in the cities, you hear Ysolda say, "Oh my god, did you hear Alduin attack this place?" It'd be better. You'd see people be terrified of him, and that would give you a motivation to want to destroy him, but nobody talks about him. It's as if, the attack on Helgen, the attack on Kive's it's as if nobody cares about it, and when nobody cares about a villain, there's almost no motivation to stop him. And with no motivation, it's very easy to forget about Alduin. On my first playthrough through Skyrim, it wasn't until I was at level 50 that I actually decided to go after him. Why? Because I'd completely forgotten about him. There were so many more interesting quests to do that had more urgency that I just utterly forgot. Wasn't until I looked through my quest log and I only had 3 left. And can you guess which one it was? I bet you can. Number 9. The Thieves Guild has always been one of the best guilds to join in the ElderScrolls games. They offer the ability to do something that's not just swinging a battle axe or casting magical spells. It allows you to use sneakiness and cleverness to overcome opponents who could not be otherwise, or to sneak into fortifications, castles, and just have the thrill of acting like Robin Hood. Now, when many of us think of a Thieves Guild quest line, it's almost going to be like a Robin Hood story. Rob from the rich, break into these places, and steal some legendary artifacts. Now, for the first half of the Thieves Guild quest line, that's essentially what it is. You steal all types of jewels, gold, and other documents from rich people, noble people, the people that we tend to like stealing from. But in the second half, it becomes like an Assassin's Creed game, trying to get vengeance against somebody who betrayed you. Now, if this was just 1 or 2 quests, that'd be fine, but it takes us through dungeons and all types of other fields of engagement that make it feel less like a Sneaky Thieves questline and more like a Dark Brotherhood one where you try to find your target and just eliminate him. Now, I could forgive that, but then they turn into some sort of cultish hunt with Nocturne and the Nightingale stuff. And in the end, it feels less like a Thieves Guild quest and more like your average hunt down somebody and kill him quest. And honestly, on my first playthrough, I thought I'd accidentally stumbled upon the Dark Brotherhood's quest line. Skyrim was my first ElderScrolls game. I didn't know what the heck a Dark Brotherhood was, or really what the Thieves Guild was, so when I was betrayed and all of a sudden these guys were asking about getting vengeance, I honestly thought I stumbled upon the Dark Brotherhood, and that took some time to realize what the heck was going on. Now, when the Dawnguard DLC came out, and while I was still playing Skyrim on my Xbox, I thought it was going to be a great DLC full of awesome things, and it is. You have all types of new skill trees, vampire overlords look pretty awesome, and who doesn't love a crossbow? But there's one thing that just utterly destroys it all: the random vampire attacks. I could, if that was taken out of it, I would forgive it, and I would rank this DLC as the best. But when you return to a village with a haul full of dragon bones, ready to sell them, ready to unload all this useless items that you're probably not going to use, you get pretty angry when you find an entire village, the one that you've been unloading all your supplies at, completely overrun with vampires. Oh, look over there, Bellathor, Ysolda, all the people you love and, you know, trade with are dead. Now I have one less entire village to trade with. Not only is it going to cut down on how much money you can make, it's also going to cut down on the number of quests you can do, it's going to cut down on all the essentials, and it's just so damn annoying to find all these people dead and having to know that you're either going to have to backtrack, modify the game, or just suck it up. And that just completely ruins the DLC. I could forgive everything else, and I cherish the rest of it, but these bloody vampire attacks are just too much. Number 7. Going back to the guilds, the ElderScrolls has always been a game where you have to work to join these guilds, and guilds in general in video games have always been something you really have to train for. In RuneScape, you have to get up to level 60 to join most of them, but in Skyrim, you essentially just walk in and they already accept you. I mean, what's the fun of joining a guild when it's as easy as joining the YMCA? Guilds should be something out there in the wilderness, in some sort of hostile environment that you have to honestly work to get to. Because which is better? Joining a smithing guild that's located in a freaking volcano, or one that's located right down the street in one of the bigger cities? Probably the one in the volcano. Now, with the Companions Guild, you walk in, you hit Vilcus around a couple times, and you're in. Mages Guild, you fire one spell, and they accept you. To me, that's just not that fun. Why not have us track down some sort of giant chieftain and, you know, have us bludgeon him to death without using any magic or archery? Or how about having to go to some ancient magical crypt and unlocking some ancient spell that has devastating effects? Something that makes us feel like we're actually trying to work to join it, because that's what really gives people a sense of achievement. It's not really an achievement when you're joining a prestigious guild when you just walk up and apply to it like you would at McDonald's. And you honestly advance just too quickly in these. You do 3 or 4 missions for these people, go on a couple revenge killings, and boom, you're leader of the companions. Now with the Mage Guild, it's kind of okay. I mean, you retrieve an ancient magical artifact, you stop the High Elves from utterly destroying everything, but you feel like you didn't really do anything. They definitely needed to add a lot of quests in between to really make you feel important and worthy of the positions, because at the end of the day, becoming the leader of the companions or the archmage is about as easy as killing a few creatures and killing a few creatures and looting them. It's about as easy as that. Cut. Number 6. In a game full of crafting and customizing, there's one thing that always irked me about this game. You can't make staffs. Why not, Bethesda? Get some firewood, some gold ore, some iron, and make the staff and then take it to the enchanting table. It's as simple as that. The only staffs you can find in your game are already pre-named, so yeah, I can't make, you know, the boomstick or something like that. You end up stuck with a pre-made, generic staff that you have no ability to customize. I mean, what if I want a staff that's made out of pure iron and has lightning coming out the tip of it? It'd be so easy. I mean, soul gems, a couple gold bars. But no, Bethesda makes us have to go to these far-off tombs, kill some incredibly powerful beast. Also, we can get a staff that we may use once a week or something. And that's just pretty annoying. In a game full of creativity, they really dropped the ball on this one. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 coming next week.